Hello and welcome to KO Stadium, where the Dolphins will face off against the Penrith Panthers for the first time in their history. It's an exciting match tonight to start off Monday night, to start off round 9, as the Penrith Panthers, desperate for a win, fight off against the Dolphins, who went down by 1 point last week against the Melbourne Storm. I'm your Commissioner Will Kay, joined in the commentary box by Luke Short, who is very eager for this game.
Yeah, this is going to be a clash of giants here. We've got two great teams, both looking to bounce back from last week. So I'm ready for some real good SRL action tonight.
Yeah, I mean, everyone just at this stadium, it's packed out. I believe it's the first time that the Dolphins have played a SRL game in front of their home crowd, really, in Redcliffe. You know, you see the Leagues Club in the background there, just over to the right of the screen. And yeah, it's exciting stuff tonight, and just playing on this turf means so much to them. It stays to pace with the first hit up here, and you know the Penrith Panthers going down last week and having some unfavourable results in the last couple of weeks. You know, they had a really good start to the season. They're currently sitting on 2-6, so 2 wins and 6 losses. As of round 9, they are yet to win a game at home. They've won 2 on the road, and they've lost the last 4 straight. So a win here is just crucial to try and turn around their season. They've got 5 rounds left, and they pretty much need to win every game if they want to make that top 8. And the Dolphins, they are not an easy team to do that against, so it's going to be tough going tonight. As Chris Lord with the crossfield kick, it goes to Mendonca on the kick return. Tackled well there. It's Hugh Snow over the top. And the Penrith Panthers, they've had a couple of switches to their lineup this week, particularly in their forward pack. It's going to be Jackson Allison joining the props once more. Sione Mataus shifting out to the lock, making way for Henrik Lind at 7. And Lincoln Riggle at 6. What do you think of these changes, Luke? Do you think these are the answers to the Penrith Panthers' problems?
Look, Jackson Allison, big player, big impact, moving to the props. We'll be able to make that meters in the middle. As far as Lincoln Riggle, he's been really solid at hooker all season, so it's interesting that you move him. But at this point in the season, you've got 2 wins, you need to try something.
Yeah, absolutely. And the signing of Jaden White, it's definitely a positive signing. I think that Riggle was so good at hooker, but I'd rather they put Jaden White at 6 or 7. That's just my opinion, but I guess we'll see how they go tonight, as Lachlan Cox just smashed in the tackle there by Jackson Allison. He absolutely folds him. As now it's going to be Almatungi stepping around. I believe that's Jason Lomu as they play the ball. Going out to the right. Hugh Snow now goes to Chris Lord. He's brought down the tackle, and a good one it is from Jackson Allison and Jaden White. They go deep for the early kick. O'Shea Olay, it's a bit of a shank off the boot inside his own 40. I think he was trying to find the 20. But he will not get anywhere near it as Thomas Mendonca steps through Seymour. Tackled by, I think it's Chapman on that centre. It's Henrik Lind taking the hit up there. And the Dolphins just really pressing that set by the Penrith Panthers defence. And maybe this is what we need to see from them tonight.
It's definitely a better start from the Penrith Panthers so far. They've got the attacking pressure on the Dolphins at the moment. They'll be able to put an attacking kick in here.
As Allison just play the ball, and Henrik Lind places it down to the right. Or Logan Seymour. And they've got to be careful on his kick returns. He's a bit of a underrated winger, I believe, Logan Seymour, in my opinion at least. He does break a lot of lines. He's not a try-scoring machine necessarily, but he does get a lot of line breaks, a lot of big meters. And his, starts to sets are just second to none. He is a really, really good winger. It reminds me of Brian To'o a bit with his runs off kick returns. As Jackson Chapman stepping one, brought down the 40. That's the 4th tackle. As they go out to the right, it will be Kieran Wells. Now goes to Chris Lord, pushing forward. It's a good set from the Dolphins there, about 50 meters gained. So Lord plays the ball, go left. Hugh Snow almost kicks it into the back of Hugo Makasi, but gets very lucky there. As Thomas Mendonca brought down just past his own 20. They go left now. Cody Mansour. Playing the ball. That's the second. As Jaden White goes to Jackson Allison. As he's brought down. That's going to be the third tackle. Not making a whole lot of meters in this set now. As Cody Mansell, he wants to get up around the ruck. Can't get away from Stace to Pace. All very crowded there. Just tried to go through a gap that didn't exist. And it's Lincoln Wriggle on the 5th. Where do they go? Jaden White shifts it out to Sione Mataus. Uses his kicking here to go down to Logan Seymour. On the kick return, Logan Seymour does a big step, brought down on the 20. And that's another change this week, Luke. Sione Mataus. Wow, big line break there. Sione Mataus back to lock. He had some good games there last season. Some really good games, especially for the Warriors. And then he just didn't. You know, he just fell off and had some shockers, and they moved him back to the bench. And do you think that this is a kind of all or nothing play as he misses a tackle there and stays to pace? And do you think it's going to pay off tonight?
Yeah, we see a bit of a trend in the SRL at the moment, where you got your big boppers in lock or you got your playmakers in lock. I feel like when you put your playmaker there, you do sacrifice a bit in the middle, but you can get that attacking from them. So it's a bit of a gamble, but it may pay off.
Oh, it's a beautiful take from Bunty Cambolo there. And the Dolphins are on the board. Something from really not much there. A couple big hit-ups. And all of a sudden, Bunty Cambolo just comes down with the ball from the heavens and plants it right next to Cyrus Marks. That is brilliant stuff there from the Dolphins.
Interesting try. I would have been questioning the try line a bit there, the way he's landed, but the ref was right there on the spot and was called that as a try.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be Kieran Wells. 6-0 there. The Dolphins take the lead 11 minutes into the match. And that was quite interesting, actually. There was really not much going on for either team. They haven't really had much attacking opportunity, and there haven't been any real good kicks, and that was really the first glimpse that we've seen of the Dolphins' high ball. And Bunty Cambolo having such a good game last week. It's good to see him get up and get a try this week as well. As stays to pace. Driving forward. That'll be the first. As Kieran Wells goes out to Hugh Snow. Links up there with Snicko Balbroa. As he's tackled. That's going to be the second. Kieran Wells now goes to Hugh Snow. Now goes to Chapman. Steps one. Brought down. The Penrith Panthers need to muscle up in their defense here because the Dolphins, they're starting to heat up, and when they start to get on a roll, they are very hard to stop. That's going to be the fourth. Playing the ball. Out to the right. It will be Hugh Snow. Now to O'Shea Olay. Driving forward. Brought down by Jackson Allison. As fifth and last. They will give it out to Craig Hustler, rather. O'Shea Olay obviously played the ball, but Craig Hustler with the kicking duties. This is now Cyrus Marks on the kick return and brought down. That's another change we've had this week. Cyrus Marks out to the wing. Starting out there. Rather than in the centres. Do we think it's going to pay off?
He's proved to be a pretty good player for the Penrith Panthers. So putting him out onto the wing for those kick returns, it could be the way to go for the future too, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. And Cyrus Marks has really made a difference at the Panthers this season. He's just brought his game to a whole nother level. And it's really, exciting to see him finally come to his own. We've seen the talent that he was in the SRL mines. So to finally transfer that to the SRL, it's good to see. It's exciting stuff for him, and he's really starting to get a bit of a roll on us. That's a good intercept there. Lennox Prakash picking off the pass. And the Penrith Panthers in a hot attack now. They go to the right. It will be Henrik Lind. He couldn't get the ball before Chris Lord tackled him as they go right. Now it's going to be Sione Mataus. He takes the hit up. That's going to be the third. Jaden White goes out to the left. Lennox Prakash shifts it. It's a pass. It's hit off the ball. Now it's O'Shea Olay away. What a turn of events. It's O'Shea Olay. He's going to race away here. No one will catch him. And he's going to go 95 metres for a Dolphins try. Well, wasn't that something special there, Luke? Just hit off the ball.
Definition.
Oh.
That is the definition of getting a try out of nothing.
And Snicko Bro very happy with that one. As the Dolphins, they looked great in attack there. They had a great opportunity to put points on the board, but just racing away. No one inside O'Shea. That is good stuff. And I think we saw Blake Harris score a similar one last season against the Eels, Luke, if you remember that one.
Yeah, I do, unfortunately. That was a good try, especially for my boy Blake Harris, but against us, it was a bit of a disappointing one to watch.
There's Henrik Lind. Getting ready to kick off here, and it's going to be a deep one. Goes to Tyler Almatangi. Goes left, stays to pace, pushing forward. Brought down at the 20, and once again, the Dolphins finding out they're an end after points, and they're good at these sets. But the Penrith Panthers can hold them down this end. They will have a great chance to put points on the board, but right now it's not looking very reassuring as Hugo McCuzzy just drives Jason Lomu back 10 metres. The step now from Almatangi. They're well and truly out of their half now. Almatangi on the race. Almatangi breaking a tackle. It's an ankle tap from Mansell, the saviour. That's going to be the fourth. Going left. Now it's going to be Chris Lord taking a hit up. The Dolphins, they want to go back to back here. 74 metres gained. I think it's a little bit more than that now. Fifth and last. They go out to the right. Hugh Snow puts up the high ball. Who's there? It's going to be Craig Hustler. No, it's Cyrus Marks in the in goal. And out to the 24, a tap restart. Bit of excitement there, Luke.
Yeah, and a good job on Cyrus there. He had two other defenders there, and he's just outleaped both of them for that ball.
Yeah, the kick chase was great from the Dolphins. Cyrus Marks just getting underneath it, and another try, and it's probably good night for the Penrith, I think. Penrith Panthers right there. If they can hold on and try and get some points on the board. It's only a 12-point lead at the moment. Probably crucial, though, that, these new subs that are about to come on, these new props, they make a big impact here because they need to absolutely tear up, and the opportunity is now as Chad Johnson just takes the hit up. That's going to be the fifth. It's just playing the ball in the 30. They won't be able to put a bomb up. It's going to be Henrik Lind. He's going to run it, in fact, but tackled by Hugo McCuzzy. He was ready for that play. And it'll be a hand over there. Logan Seymour. Playing the ball. Going out to the right. Now it's going to be Kieran Wells. Spreads it to Snicko Bell. Oh, sorry, Shack Attack. Sorry, Shack Attack. Not Snicko Bellbrower. As Kieran Wells goes to Chris Lord. Now goes to Eagle McCuzzy. He's been great at second row this year. As they go out to Tyler Almatangi. Now Tyler Almatangi leaving his defender in the dust. I think it was Ixatoki got stepped. As that's the fourth. Going out to the left, it's O'Shea Olay. Spreads it to Chris Lord. He wants to put a fend on, but he meets, I think that's Jason Lomu. And Bailey Wilson. As fifth and last. Where do they go? Out to the right. Hugh Snow. What's his kicking going to be? It's going to be a high ball again. Almatangi's creeping along. It's going to be well taken by Marks. Beautiful stuff from Cyrus there. As once again, he's just diffusing those kicks and getting his team out of a bit of trouble.
And that's what we were talking about him being on the wing. Those kick diffusers so far have been on point.
Yeah, he's been excellent so far as Chad Johnson brought down there. Playing the ball on the 40 as they go. Oh, it's going to be a dummy half dart from Jaden White. That's going to be the third. Didn't get very far, though. Chris Lord made it back on side. There's Wriggle. It's going to be an inside ball now. Risky one, but it works. Henrik Lind is the fullback in this play. Now it's Downey with a bit of space. Downey breaking a tackle. Brought down the 20. Fourth there. The Penrith Panthers with a bit of ball playing. As they go out to the left, now it's going to be Wriggle to Johnson. Driving forward. Fifth and last, where do they go? The Dolphins. They're in the back of their feet now. On the back foot. Wriggle puts up the high ball. Can Almatangi defuse this? No, he can't. It's going to be Cody Mansour. Well tackled there. And a change over 5 metres out. Beautiful scramble defence from the Dolphins.
That was a really good attack there. Especially Matt Downey coming off the bench. How to make an impact.
Yeah, and just the play just played off. It's really good. Henrik Lind through the middle, getting the offload of Downey and breaking the tackle. It would have been great to see him get to the line as Tala Amatangi brought down there. That's going to be the third. It's the Dolphins once again in the Penrith Panthers in half. Sorry, it's Chris Lord. That'll be the fourth. As he plays it, goes out to the right. It will be O'Shea Olay. Now goes to Lachlan Cox. As fifth and last. And a penalty given away on the last. The Penrith Panthers with an opportunity here to just get out of their end zone. And that was a bit of a nothing play there, wasn't it, Luke?
Yeah, no, we've seen that a bit so far. Is almost had that defender in front. They need to talk to those guys and get them out of the way, I think.
They've been lucky a couple times now. I think Igor Makazi's a serial offender of that one. But yeah, they've been lucky a couple times, but just mixed up on that one. Just no good, is it? Matt Downey. Through the line, Matt Downey. Where does he go? He can't get the ball away, but he's making an impact for sure. Finding a bit of space. Plays the ball. Going left. Now it's going to be Sione Mataus. Goes to Chad Johnson. That's only the fourth tackle now, and they're in the 20. I've seen this somewhere before. As they go out to the right, now it's going to be Sione Mataus trying to take it through the middle. Shack attack. Making the tackle with Kieran Wells. Fifth and last. Out to the right, it's going to be Henrik Lind. Puts the ball. He drops it. Now it's Hugh Snow with a bit of space. Can Mansour come across? Yes, he can. And the Penrith Panthers, their fifth tackle options are just no good at the moment.
No, that looked like it was a grubber kick, but it sort of hasn't been. Must have come off the knee or something.
I think he just dropped it cold, to be honest. He just dropped the ball, I think, and yeah, it was a terrible execution on the fifth. So that's going to be only the second, and they're on the 30-metre mark here. It's Tyler Amatangi breaking a tackle after a step, almost peeling away from the line, but a clutch tackle from Bailey Wilson as they go left now. It's going to be Chris Lord. Now to Seymour. Brought down. As that's the fourth. Chapman goes to Lord. Links up with Ole. That's fifth and last. Where do they go? Playing the ball. Out to left. It will be Craig Hustler. Now to Hugh Snow. Puts up the high one. Who's underneath it? Mendonca. He'll come down with it. No, it's going to be a tap back from the Dolphins to Henrik Lind. It looks like it actually came off the hands of Mendonca. I think the Penrith Panthers have gotten away with one there, Luke.
Yeah, that looked like it may have been forward off Mendonca, so...
Yeah, that was an interesting play, but oh well, we play on. Obviously, the touch judges have seen something different, and the referees have as well. This is going to be Sione Mataus. Gets an offload away here. Flick pass out to Bailey Wilson as it's the fourth tackle, just passing the 40 now. They need something big play-wise. And a charge down from Chris Lord, who collects his own ball. Collects his own charge down, and wow, that was a bit of a play there from Chris Lord.
I'm not sure if it was a charge down or just Lord just standing there.
Maybe he charged it down with his head. It was an interesting kick, and it just deflected real fast. As O'Shea Olay with a filthy dummy through the line, almost beating Mansour there. He's already got one. He wants two tonight. As now it's going to be Chris Lord. Gets the ball on the inside of Craig Hustler. It's a plethora of defenders, though, and he can't get anywhere. As they go out to the left, it's going to be Lachlan Cox. Short ball there to Segarini, who pushes for the line. Zachariah Segarini. He will get there. They're going to go upstairs to check this one, but I'm confident he's got the ball down. No help from Jaden White. Mansour unable to hold him up. And that is the third try tonight for the Dolphins.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, the Dolphins, they're just rolling on here. Penrith really need to get some points on the board before this becomes just one-sided.
Yeah, no, it's just dominant stuff at the moment from the Dolphins. Yeah, there's just really not much else to it. They're playing good footy. They're playing really well. And the Penrith Panthers, they've simply been outclassed. Now, the Penrith Panthers haven't necessarily been bad. There's definitely areas of improvement that stand out to me, especially their fifth tackle options. But, actually getting to the line, they've been doing pretty well in the last 15 minutes or so. So, It's a bit disappointing to see that they haven't put points on the board yet. The Dolphins capitalising off all their opportunities at the moment. As 18-0, that's going to be a hard scoreline to chase up if the Penrith Panthers don't score before half-time. It's as simple as that. A Shack attack with a hit up. That's going to be the first. Just short of the 20 there. As Kieran Wells goes left, Hugh Snow links up with Seymour. He steps one. Logan Seymour, where does he go? Runs it straight at Mansour. Takes a step on the inside, not risking finding touch. As Chris Lord goes to Shack attack. Tackled by Jason Lomu, who hasn't done much in attack tonight. As much as you want your fast second rower to do. 99 speed second rower. Really hasn't done much at all. As they'll pass the ball. It's a cut-up pass to Hugh Snow. Now goes to O'Shea Alay. Links it up to Tyler Almatangi. Can't get the ball away to Kembolo. And the 30 is where he will rest there. As fifth and last. O'Shea Alay putting the crossfield kick in. What can Mendonca come up with? There's a lot of kick chases here, and it's a beautiful one from Hugh Snow. Just around the legs and driven back. And they just can't make any meters off the kick returns here. The Penrith Panthers, the Dolphins are shutting them down, aren't they, Luke?
Yeah, the Dolphins have had the great attack so far, and the defense is backing it up.
As Marshall Metcalf with a run. That's the third, only fighting the 30 meter now. As Thomas Mendonca stepping one, gets an offload to Jason Lomu. He can't get away from Shack attack though. A bit of a play down the wing there. There's something from nothing, just a bit of excitement. And now it's going to be Bailey Wilson through the line. He holds on to it for the fifth and last. 20 metres out now. Where do they go? Referee Blake Harris, Ashley Klein, sorry. Not even facing the play. As they go, Lincoln Wriggle. High ball. Where do they go? Who's going to get it? It's going to be a great tackle take from Almatangi as he gets around Mansour. And ankle tap again. And he was almost away there, Tyler Almatangi.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that ankle tap, we would have seen more Dolphin points out of nothing.
And the Penrith Panthers just can't get under the high ball at the moment. Just not competing. And Tyler Almatangi just with the free one there. It was a good placed kick, well placed kick though. Now it's going to be Jason Lomu with an intercept. And the Penrith Panthers with an opportunity. Jaden White out of dummy half. He runs it. That's going to be the second, playing the ball. Coda Mansour out of dummy half. He steps one. The Jamison shuffle. As that's the third. Jaden White goes out to the left now. Henrik Lind. Short ball to Chad Johnson, who charges onto it. The crash play. Well tackled there. Well handled by the Dolphins. As they go left, it's going to be Jason Lomu. As he's going to place the ball. No, he won't be on his back here. And fifth and last, what can the Penrith Panthers come up with? 2 minutes left. Sorry, a minute and a half left. This is their opportunity here. Is a Lincoln Wriggle kick that's very short. It's going to be Trunk Ixotoki coming down with it, facing the wrong way. And it'll be a handover, about 10 out. A minute to go on the clock. The Dolphins, they just need to hold on to it. Oh, big break there from Snicko Balbrower. So that's the first tackle. Going right now. It's going to be Tyler Almatangi. Tackled on the... Or just past the 40 rather. As Lachlan Cox breaks the line. Lachlan Cox with a bit of speed now, a bit of space. Gets an offload, stays to pace. He's in free range, but he'll be brought down. Jackson Allison getting to him just in the nick of time. As they go left, it's a fifth. That's the last play of the half. Jackson Chapman brought down. That'll be half time. 18-0, the Dolphins. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back to SRL TV, where the Dolphins are currently leading 18-0 against the Penrith Panthers. A dominant first half indeed, as the Penrith Panthers just couldn't manage to find any points. The defense of the Dolphins too strong, and the attack even stronger. And a few halftime changes to try and correct some errors. It's going to be an interesting second half for sure. Lance Prakash taking the first hit up, and just in the halftime break, the Penrith Panthers making a couple of switches. Sione Mataus to 6, Wriggle to lock. Errol Romano coming on for Marshall Metcalf in the centres, and Callum Irwin for Chad Johnson in the second row. Do we think this is a change that they need? Do we think this is enough to turn the game around, Luke?
Rotating the players in some of the positions could probably help, but you know it's going to be a tough ask to try and chase down 18 points. But we see a lot of games where one team dominates for one half and then they back off in the second half. So It'll be up to the Dolphins if they can hold on, or if they let the Penrith back into this game.
Couldn't agree more, as Henrik Lynn just off a big kick out to Logan Seymour, but just off the kick there, making some great meters as they go right. Yigor Makazi with the hit up. Post contact meter king, Yigor Makazi, as they go right. Now it's going to be Maverick Killer. Brought down, playing the ball, going out to the right. Hugh Snow now goes to Declan Connell. What can he do? He's got a bit of space. Sorry, a bit of pace through the middle. And not of the Stace variety. As now it's going to go Tyler Almatungi through the line. He'll be brought down. As fifth and last. They go out to the right. Hugh Snow. Puts it up very high. Brought down by Cyrus Marks. He gets around one, but he's brought down eventually. And at the half-time break, Tyler Almatungi with 199 run meters. Now he's obviously broken 200. How has his efforts been tonight? Do we think that he's been the best on ground for the Dolphins at this point in time?
Clearly, every time he's touched the ball, they've made massive meters, and he's getting in there. He's really outplaying his counterpart in Mansour.
Yeah, Cody Mansour with 46 run meters at halftime. Really not much going on for him. No line breaks. Very little involvement. He's done a couple clutch defensive plays, but really in attack he's been lacking. And the Penrith Panthers have missed his line breaks, have missed his big runs. And they're struggling because of it. As Lachlan Cox playing the ball there. O'Shea LA now goes to Chris Lord. That'll be the third. As Hugh Snow goes to Jackson Chapman. Steps one, Jackson Chapman. He is brought down. That'll be the fourth tackle. Playing the ball. They go to the right. Now it's going to be Hugh Snow. Goes to Declan Connell. Playing the ball. Out to Maverick Keller. As fifth and last. Hugh Snow puts it up high. Where's the ball going to land here? Is it going to favour the Brave? Yes, it will. Cody Mansour. Here he is. He heard our calls and he's just going to go end to end here. No one in sight. He takes his foot off the gas and he's going to cruise over the try line here for the Panthers. First points of the night.
Talk about a commentary ramp up. That's a beautiful run.
Absolutely scrumptious there from Cody Mansour. It was just a bit of a wobbly bomb, and the Dolphins, they didn't know where it was going to land. The Panthers, I mean, no one really knew where it was going to land either, but Cody Mansour knew where he wanted to be. The bounce just favoured him perfectly, and untouched, unscathed, all the way there. As the Panthers only 12 points down now.
Yeah, and Penrith needed to be the first to score in the second half. If the Dolphins scored the first one, could have been a long night for Penrith.
Yeah, they're on the board now, and hopefully it means they can get some more and make this game a bit closer. Only one more try and they're well within this game. Sione Matus goes to Jackson Allison. He'll play the ball as they go right now. It's Lincoln Wriggle. Trying to go up through the guts. Decent run as they go left. Sione Matus now goes to Callum Irwin. He's playing the ball. Jaden White. Where does he go? Playing the ball out to the right. It's going to be Henrik Lynn. Not a great set after points there from the Panthers with an early kick that really doesn't find its mark. Tyler Almatungi steps one and gets over the halfway line there. Yeah, the Penrith Panthers, they really needed a better set than that, Luke.
I mean, they completed their set after points. That's all you can ask for, to be honest. But, yeah, it wasn't the best set. The Dolphins have come straight back on the attack, but they've just made that error just then by throwing that ball off.
Yeah, not good stuff there at all in any regard. As the Dolphins just letting an opportunity go. Jaden White goes to Matus. Now goes to Wriggle. Up through the middle. As they play the ball, going out to the left, it's going to be Callum Irwin. Driving forward. Jaden White Plays it out to Cyrus Marks eventually. He was brought down by Craig Hustler. As that's a better set there from the Dolphins. And a penalty, sorry, from the Panthers. And a penalty on the 5th and last. Held in way too long in the tackle. They get a whole new set closer to the line. That could be disastrous from the Dolphins. What was Craig Hustler thinking?
Yeah, an error up the other end, and then now this penalty. The Dolphins need to hang on here, or they're going to have another try to try and defend.
Yeah, that's a shocker there. That is an absolute shocker. I don't know what they were thinking. That was just silly. As they got to the left, Lincoln Wriggle fends off one. Lincoln Wriggle, he'll be able to pass it off. Jaden White over the line. And they're going to check this one, but I believe that White has grounded this very nicely to make it after the kick, which is almost guaranteed. Only a 6-point ball game. What a turn of events here at KO Stadium.
Yeah, as I was saying, the error and then a compounding penalty. They've a bit of implosion there from the Dolphins.
Yeah, that was just... Oh, I can't believe that penalty. That was silly from Craig Hustler, and I know Snicko Balbroa very upset about that one, as he rightfully should be. That's a terrible penalty to give away. It's unnecessary, and it could very well, cost them a big. Well, it has cost them a big lead. There's only 6 points in it now, and any more silly errors like that, I think Craig Hustler will be dropped next week, maybe down to the bench. You may be seeing a bit of Mines action, because that is just awful on the last. As Kieran Wells kicks it deep. Sione Mataus goes to Jackson Allison. Playing the ball. Let's go. Henry Flint now goes to Lincoln Wriggle. As they go. Lennox Prakash. And there we go. There's another penalty. Do you have any comments on that one, Luke? That was the 4th tackle, I believe, that time.
Their discipline has just completely dropped the second half, and after that, like they're looking at the sin bin now, so they need to clean it up.
Yeah, and as we know, the sin bin warnings, they last for the entire half. One more held and tackle penalty, and someone is going to the bin. They've got 26 minutes of play left. That's a lot of time, and they very well could see someone face the bin. You just hope it's not a superstar like Amatangi or Lord, because that will just hurt their chances. The Dolphins, I'm not too sure who they face next week, actually. But they will probably need them, no matter what. As in fact, next week, the Dolphins face the Knights, so they need to have their A game. They can't afford to have a dev player in their team, really. They need to have that full starting 17. As 5th and last, where do they go? Out to the right, it will be a beautiful kick from Jaden White. No, it's going to be a knock on. I thought he got a boot to it there, but referee says play on, and that will be 0. Going out to the left now. It's going to be Chris Lord. Good run there to get his team out of a bit of hot waters. That's the first. Going out to the right now, it's going to be O'Shea Olay. Wide pass out to Almatangi, who's been stellar tonight. That's the second. He's taking his time in the tackle there, Callum Irwin. They go left now. O'Shea Olay goes to Declan Connell. Brought down just at the halfway line. They go to the left. It's going to be Maverick Keller. Now goes to Mike Cuzzy. So that's the 4th. It's Seymour just losing his marker there. Ixatoki, no good out on that right edge in that tackle. It's Hugh Snow. Puts an awkward kick, and it's going to be... Sorry, Ixatoki there. Errol Romano on the other side. They've both got freakish purple hairstyles, I believe, actually. That is true. That's Jackson Allison. And a good set there from the Dolphins, Luke, and the Panthers under the pump now.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they've cleaned it up a bit and they've got back into their first half themselves, but we'll see. So far, Mansell's just got the line break there.
Yeah, as Cody Mansell just breaking the line. The Dolphins letting these Panthers up very, very quickly. They are not wanting to concede another penalty and possibly a sin bin. As 5th and last, where do the Panthers go? Options on the left and the right. They will spit it out to Sione Mataus, playing at 6 now. Down to Bunty Cambolo. Stepping one, Bunty Cambolo. Before being tackled by Cody Mansell. And that's just what the Panthers have been missing, isn't it? It's just those kick return meters. They just haven't been able to get those sets up. You know, they could have an extra 10, 20 meters to be within that red zone if they were able to get some meters off the kick returns. And I think that's actually to the credit of the Dolphins' defense on the kick chase. They have been excellent tonight. So their game plan's been working. But they need to, you know, turn the heat up a bit. Because it's only a 6-point ball game. They haven't scored in the second half yet. There's 2 unanswered tries from the Panthers at the moment. As that's not going to help. Mav Keller running it in the last. And the Panthers, they'll have a changeover just almost at the halfway. They could get well within the red zone here, Luke.
Yeah, no, definitely not the option you want on your 5th tackle. You want that kick to get some more meters. So now Penrith are already in the attacking half.
As now it's going to be Chad Johnson through the middle of the field. He's playing in prop now. Gets an offload to Marshawn Metcalf. That's the second. They're within the 20 now. It's Callum Irwin. Brought down the tackle. Mav Keller over the top. As they go right. Now it's going to be Henrik Lind. Driven back. As that's the 4th. Options out to the right. They're going to go out to the left, though. Sione Mataus. It's a risky one. Will it pay off? Cody Mansell for the line. He'll get an offload to Marshawn Metcalf. A miraculous tackle from the captain. Snicko Belbro with the try-saver. As 5th and last, they go out to the right. It will be a high ball. Sione Mataus. Will it be a tap back? No, it won't be. Seymour. Well taken. And that's the first. Only a metre out from their own try line, the Dolphins.
That's probably going to be the best attacking set what Penrith have had all night, I think.
Just about as Marshawn Metcalf whacked Maverick Keller there. Absolutely shell shocks him. That is a huge hit from Marshawn Metcalf. Centre playing prop at the moment. As that's going to be the 4th. 5th and last now. And a good defensive set there from the Panthers to hold the Dolphins down this end. They need a good kick chase. It's Mendonca with an opportunity here. He can't get away from Stace to pace, though. They'll start this set within their half. And Luke, a man needs to step up here from the Penrith Panthers. Who do you think it's going to be? Who's going to be the man to break this game open, get the next try, and make that effort?
Look, Mansell's, you know, we were talking about how he's been quiet all night. He's turned it up this second half. So I reckon that if he can get his hand on the ball again, he's going to make some sort of difference.
So that's going to be the 5th and last. Mansour, as you talk about him, gets a run, just gets around his B defender, but the cut on the inside did no favours. As now it's going to be a good tackle there from Errol Romano on Logan Seymour. As he plays the ball. Going right, now to Snow. Igor Makazi. Tackled. 25 out. They go right out to Lachlan Cox. A step from Al Matangi. As he plays the ball. Go out to the left. It's going to be Igor Makazi. Does well to retain it there. Comes off his shoulder. As that's the 4th. Go out to the right. It will be Chris Lord. 5th and last. And a good set again, just crossing the halfway line. O'Shea Olay. Cyrus Marks now. On a good kick return. Cyrus Marks, he's got a bit of space now. Almatangi's coming across. Can he catch him? Yes, he will, I think. And Cyrus Marks, he's just gifted his team field position there. We're talking about how good he can be. He hasn't made a whole lot of efforts tonight, but that is a very important one in this stage of the game. Henrik Lind now. He'll be brought down. 10 metres out. They go out to the left. It will be Jackson Allison. He'll drive forward. Can the Panthers score this set? That's the 3rd. They go right. It's going to be Sione Mataus driving for the line. Mataus for the line. Around the legs, though, is Kieran Wells. Held up is the call. And a good one from Blake Harris. As they play the ball. Out to left now. Allison gets the ball away to Irwin. Irwin can't crash over. 5th and last. Where do they go? Out to the right, it will be Mataus. It's a good kick. Mansour! Mansour crosses! You were right, Luke. It's Cody Mansour, the man to tie up the game.
As much as that was finished, a good job by Mansour. We can't write off Cyrus's run. That's what got him in this position, and he deserves that try just as much as Mansour does.
Sione Mataus just putting his body on the line there. A brilliant kick. He was taken care of for it. He was absolutely murdered after the kick from Stace to Pace. But all that doesn't matter, as Henrik Lind will get this kick to make it 18-all. 12 minutes left in the match. This second half has been the Penrith show. And I think that we're approaching field goal territory here, Luke.
Yeah, we've got 12 minutes to go. The field goal will come into question, I'm sure, from both sides.
Yeah, and just I think the Dolphins fans are a bit upset there on that try. They were saying that Cody Mansour was offside. I thought he was well and truly onside, but the referees, the bunkers cleared it. But yeah, looking at that one again, he does look suspect, but I think it's just the big hit on Sione Mataus that really makes him look like he's offside. And Cyrus Marks brought down. Playing the ball. That's only the second. As they're going to get a play here from Marshawn Metcalf. Jackson Allison could have just gone himself there. That's the third. Jaden White goes to Sione Mataus. What can he do? Not much. He was caught flat-footed, but he gets almost to the halfway line. Lachlan Cox almost holding down too long, and they cannot give another penalty away. They've still got that warning, remember. As Cody Mansour. Yigal Makazi bringing him down. And that'll be the fifth and last. Good set after points there from the Panthers as they kick it down to Seymour. Seymour stepping one and brought down. That's going to be the first. As they go. Jackson Chapman now to Hugh Snow. Goes to Snicko Balbroa. So he plays the ball on the 30. Now going to the right. Stays to Pace. O'Shea Olay. Now to Cox. Cox. Brought down. Running it hard there. But just couldn't find a hole to go through. That's Snicko Balbroa. That's going to be the fourth. Almost at the halfway now. They may go for an early kick. No. They're going to spread it out to Craig Hustler. As that's the fifth and last. Bunty Cambolo acting half. He'll spread it out to Chris Lord for the kicking duties. As he just absolutely hammers it down the field. Cody Mansour, what can you come up with now, son? Cody Mansour tackled by Lachlan Cox. And just no space there for him to get through.
No, after 2 tries from Mansour, I dare say the Dolphins need to make sure they're on top of him before he can run.
Yeah, they weren't too worried about him in the first half. He didn't really get involved. As here's Cody Mansour stepping around one and out of a bit of danger. I was getting worried there. That the Panthers, they were really struggling for a second. As it's a great ball out to Jackson Allison, who breaks through the line. They're going to be in field goal position here. It's Mataus setting up on the right side. You can see him. He's getting deep for it. Can he kick it from about 35 out? He's going to try. No, he's going to go for a crossfielder. Does he not know that they're tied at the moment? Maybe he's not sure. Logan Seymour on the kick return. And he'll be brought down. As that is surprising, to say the least there, Luke.
He's thinking maybe more points. 1 point might not do it.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know, because now it's the second tackle. Bunty Campolo. That'll be the third. I don't think the Dolphins will be as kind if they get another 10 metres here. As they go to Kieran Wells. Now goes to Snicko Balbroa. That'll be the fourth. They're in great position here. Who's going to slot it? Is O'Shea Olay going to go for it? No, it's going to be Almatungi with the run. Is either team going to go for it? Olay set up very deep here. Surely they go to him. As no, it's going to be Hugh Snow. Slots that one. 19-18. And the Dolphins are up. What a play there. 5 minutes left. The Panthers probably get the ball back here with one set. What do you think that the message is?
Yeah, well, as you said, that the Dolphins definitely didn't miss their opportunity. Matthews might be regretting not going for the one just then now.
Yeah, it's O'Shea playing the ball out to Snicko Balbroa. They need a big set here, the Panthers. They need to show some defensive finesse. As it's Tyler Amatangi, as I said, they're breaking the line and getting him past the 30, all the way to the 35, rather. That's the second. Now goes to Balbroa. Tackled well. Jaden White around the legs. That's the third. The Penrith Panthers, they need something special to win this game. It's going to be Yigal Makazi. Tackled there. That's the fourth. As he plays the ball, Kieran Wells now goes to Balbroa. That's a great set. 60 metres gained for the Dolphins. It's a massive effort to get down the other end from the Panthers. Cyrus Marks, he's going to be the man. He's going to try and do it. He can't get away from Craig Hustler, though. And that'll be the first inside their 20. They're going to need something special. Cody Mansour, he gets around one. Cody Mansour with a bit of space now. He'll get to the 40. That's the second. The Dolphins fans, they are very, very anxious for this set. Callum Irwin just takes the crash hit there. That's only the third. They got 2 more tackles here. They're only at the halfway, though, as Ixotoki, a great tackle on him from O'Shea Olay. That's the fourth. They need something miraculous. Callum Irwin, he can't do it. There's 30 out now. Where do they go? Out to the left it will be. Sione Mataus puts the kick in. Bunty Cambolo steps one, and he'll be brought down. A minute left. The Dolphins just need to hold on to it. They go right. It's going to be O'Shea Olay. Just down the wing. That'll be the second. As they go left. Cambolo stepping one. Bunty Cambolo with some space. And Cody Mansour coming out second best in that tackle by the looks of it. He's not looking well out there. As stays to pace. Crashes over one. That'll be the fourth. There's only a couple seconds left now. They're going to go. Snicko Balbroa, he'll take his team out. 19-18, the Dolphins finally have a 1-point win. They've lost many games this season by 1, and they've finally got one of their own. A miraculous effort from the Panthers to try and get back into this game, but it was only a field goal from Hugh Snow. The Dolphins' only points in the second half. That won it for them. What a game, Luke.
Yeah, no, when we got to half-time, you would have expected that scoreline, but Penrith definitely stepped up in the second half and come back into it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we look at some of the stats, Cambolo, Olay, and Segarini, the try scorers for the Dolphins, and Mansour with the double, and Jaden White for the Panthers. 50-50 possession, 20 out of 23 from the Dolphins, and 24 from 27 for the Panthers. They didn't concede any penalties, and that's where the difference laid in the amount of sets they had. Tackles very similar, missed tackles very similar, and line breaks a lot more from the Dolphins, 14 more. That was just, I think a lot of that was in that first half. And the Panthers had to play catch up and just couldn't quite make it there in the end. As we move on. Wow, Tyler Amatangi, 301 run meters, 11 line breaks. He was phenomenal tonight, as was O'Shea Olay, 220. With a try to his name, Chris Lord, Yigal Makazi, Logan Seymour doing the hard yards and the meters. And I just think that a lot of these players making over those 100 meters or just under 100 meters, they made a big difference tonight, didn't they, Luke?
Oh, massive effort, especially from Amatangi, like 401 meters, Jesus. Olay, 220, that's a running half for you there.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just great tonight. It's just stellar. And, I mean, Amatangi, you can't get much better than that without a try. He has just done a great job. Oh, as we will move on. Cody Mansour. Wow, 220 run meters at halftime. Sorry, 46 at halftime, so about 220 in that second half. 7 line breaks, he had none at halftime, and 2 tries, obviously had none at halftime. He was great in that second half tonight and really brought the Penrith Panthers back into that game. Jaden White, I thought, had a good game as well. Mataus played okay. You got a try assist to Mansour, and I don't know what the combinations, what they're doing at the moment. Cyrus Marks, he was pretty quiet until that run near the end. But yeah, not a whole lot of big efforts from a lot of these players like you'd want to see. Thomas Mendonca restrained to 66 run meters. So tough going for a lot of these players tonight, and it really was that top end that carried the team, I think.
Yeah, and Jackson Allison, did that work? Does he, is he better off at lock?
Oh, I'd have to say yes.
I saw nothing special from Sione Mata'us at lock. I thought he was good at 6 tonight, but at lock, he just wasn't that great. I mean, he's got no line breaks tonight. So he had 40 at lock and he didn't make a single line break. He made 1 tackle break, and he missed 4 tackles. I don't know whether that was at half or whether that was at lock, but if you miss 4 tackles, I don't think you should be playing in the middle, regardless of where they were actually conceded. And especially, his kicking game, it's too good to be keeping him in that lock. His short kicking game is excellent. So that's just my opinion anyway, but that's all we have time for tonight. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you stay tuned for Monday Night Football coming up next. It's been a pleasure having you. Stay tuned for more SRL action.